Good day, everyone. My name is Janessa A. Malupa, and I'm gonna discuss positive discipline for children. So, what is positive and nonviolent discipline of children? It's a way of thinking and holistic, constructive, and proactive approach to teach that helps children to develop appropriate thinking, not just in short term but in a long term, foster self discipline. So, let's dive into what positive and nonviolent discipline truly means. This approach aimed to correct a child behavior immediately, providing them with lessons and tools to develop self-discipline and emotional control. It's about nurturing a positive relationship by truly understanding each child's needs and capabilities at different ages. So acknowledge that each stage of development comes with its own difficult behavior. So remember, this is not just about correcting behavior, but about building a foundation for a trusting relationship where children feel understood and supported. So let's take a moment to consider how this approach not only addresses immediate behavior but also contribute to a long-term personal growth. Let's explore one effective techniques for positive and nonviolent discipline, the beat the clock technique. So this technique taps into a child's natural competitive spirit by setting a time challenge. You can motivate them to complete tasks according to your schedule. So for example, for this one is like nakaduha ka anak and you're gonna made it like a game ba na mga anak. So kinsay una so within 5 minutes kinsay una makahuman sa ilahang chores na ice cream, na chocolate. So you're making it like a play instead as a chores. So it's a fun way to for children to learn time management and responsibility while also maintaining a positive and engaging atmosphere. So remember, the key here is to keep it lightheartedly and encouraging, help the child view tasks as a game rather than a chores. So let's talk about grammar rules. This is a simple yet effective strategy. It operates on a give and take principle. It's a win-win situation. So the idea is to create a clear understanding between the children and the adult. The child can enjoy their preferred activity only after completing the task requested by the parents or the teacher. So, for example, so you can actually play outside after you're done with your activity, or you can actually have an ice cream after you're done with your homework. So it's a win-win situation. So this approach not only encourage responsibility but also allow children to associate completing tasks with positive outcome. It's a wonderful way to motivate children and teach them the value of prioritizing responsibilities. So think of it as a moral contract between the child and the parents. So these methods help in fostering independency and decision making in the child. Let's explore the idea of neutral time techniques. So this approach involves using moments when both the child and parents are calm and composed. So encouraging taking advantage of time that is free from conflict, such as when the tantrum has passed and child is calm and receptive to teach a new behavior to the children. So these peaceful moments are ideal for teaching a new behavior because the child is more open and receptive. So imagine like ang bata. Actually, yan ako nabantayan ani ganing neutral time techniques is usually ginagamit if ang bata is around the age of 1 years old to 5 years old. Okay, according sa akong nabasa, kana man jud na mga ages, prone jud sila sa tantrums. Bisan gamay magkilak yun ang bata. And that time is, kaning neutral time technique is the effective way na ginagamit sa parents labaw na og mag-tantrums. Kay kana ng mga ages is di jud na ni gina-allow jud dapat jud na niyo sila mag-tantrums pasagdan jud na nimo dapat sila. Kay kana ng mga ages that's the stage na mag-develop ito ilang emotional development. So they can actually recognize what are their feelings. So pasagdan jud na nimo sila dapat na kana na mga idara. And kasagaran na after mahuman na sila dinha na ta mo gamit sa neutral time technique, ginaingon na nato na Sorry na kay gikwata ka ani kay basi mahulog man jud ka ing ana-ana ing ana-ana. So dinha na ka mohatag sa imong reason why na hikuha nimo sila. So by this technique, you're creating an environment to reconnect rather than enforcing discipline during a heated moments. So remember, the key here is to be patient and consistent. This techniques is about reinforcing positive behavior through understanding and empathy. So let's talk about praise techniques. These are simple yet powerful tools that we use to reinforce positive behavior in children. So it's not just about a good job. It's about a specific and sincere. So you need to give a praise about the if na siya ginabuhat na maayo. O dapat ma-recognize na sa bata na, o kinaingnan ko ni mama good boy pagka ani akong buhaton o basta binuotan ko. Like, example, o maayo kay ginaki-share kag dulaan, maayo kay nahuman na may mga chores, maayo kay ing ani mong gibuhat sa kana na situation. Gina-praise nimo sila sa good deeds na ilahang ginabuhat. So, by using a phrase effectively, we're not just only encouraging good behavior but also building a child confident and self-esteem. Remember, our words has the power to shape behavior and positively influence their development. So, let's talk about reprimand techniques. These are essential tools for guiding children in understanding which behavior are not acceptable and why. The key elements of an effective reprimand includes three parts: a clear command, seconds to stop the behavior, and giving a reason explanation why it's inappropriate, and suggestion for an alternative behavior. So sorry, back siya. So for example, the child is drawing on walls. You might say, please stop drawing on the walls because it's damaging our homes. So you can draw on this paper instead. So remember, the tone should be firm but calm, ensuring the child understands without feeling threatened or confused. So you need to you need to be clear bitaw sa imuhang command, especially if they're doing bad deeds. Ako mabantay magod. Pre-reprimand techniques I usually use if especially kaning physical nanay physical or nanay mga bad words ang ginagamit. Parents usually use a reprimand techniques na, "Oy, undangan na na kay ing ana di na maayo imong ginabuhat ing ana. Kung sunod gani ing ani ing ana-ana." Usually gana jud ang parents. So this approach not only correct the current behavior but also teaches children how to make better choices in the future. So like what I said. So now let's dive into concept of the rules. So rules are essential predetermined behavior expectation. They clearly outline what behavior are anticipated and specify both outcome and consequences. The clarity of rule helps children understand what is expected of them, promoting consistency and fairness in behavior management. So clear rules provide a framework that helps children develop sense of security and predictability in their environment. So in the next slide, we'll explore some strategies for managing behaviors such as timeout and responsibility building. So stay tuned. So let's talk about timeout. This is a technique where we remove the child from situation due to inappropriate behavior. The key here is to provide a calm environment, like facing a blank wall for several minutes. This gives the child the opportunity to calm down. It's important that the duration is appropriate for the child's age. Kay kasagaran man good, diba? kaning timeout ginagamit yun nato sila usually 'pag ang bata mga around 5 years old, mga 8 ana, 5 to 8 years old, especially if they're doing like mga naughty things or mga bad things nga na give you usually timeout. So remember, the goal is not to punish but to help the child to understand their behavior and reset. This technique should always be followed by decision about the behavior once the child is calm. So let's talk about responsibility building in children. This is about encouraging children to perform age appropriate simple household chores. So actually this one is uh ako mabantayan lang, correct me if I'm wrong. Dapat jud is ginabuhat jud ni una sa mga nanay, mga parents or nasa surround ani. Kay it's man good usually, especially at the age of 1 to 5 years old, they are virtual learner. So unsa jud ilahang makita, mo jud nilang sundugon. So dapat jud parents actually need to also do it like a routine para ma-recognize sa bata na, "Ay ngani dapat ning ana, ning ana. Ay kasagaran lang ha, kay like mabantayan ninyo." Kanang even gina-correct ng mga bata na di mag-use og bad words, but because of the surrounding na common sila na magsigig bad words, buhat gabud nila even ginapawalan ninyo, ginakasab-an, gina-correct ilang actions, 'cause ilang makita man gud common, normal sa balay, sa labas, sa ilang mga kadula. It's supposed to be like apply dapat na una sa parents before nimo i-apply sa imong anak. Do you get it? So, first, it helps children to develop a sense of responsibility and contribution to a family. It's not just about getting tasks done, it's about installing a lifelong appreciation for teamwork and cooperation. Second, it provides a particular learning experience by participating in church. Children learn valuable skills like time management and organizing, which are essential for their growth. Finally, responsibility built through chores can boost self esteem. Completing tasks, giving children a sense of com- accomplishment and build their confidence. So, how can we create involve children in this task to make them feel empowered? So I think that's all of my discussion. I hope you understand and learn about positive discipline for children. Bye bye.